Today's episode.
Today, Junior.
Today, Junior. Oh, that's funny that you said that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moonrunner City. I'm Chris. Welcome back to the channel. So, today we're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill. What's Fuck, Marry, Kill? It's a game, and we're going to play. So, before we play, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit like, and throw a comment, and you can play along with us. So, Fuck, Marry, Kill. What is it, Chris? It's a game. And the game is, like we did last week, is we picked buddy cop films. So, pick 3 movies. We're going to either fuck them, we either kill them, or we marry them. In the game sense. This week, we're going to do directors. So, me and Bones, say what's up, Bones.
What's up, Bones?
Me and Bones, we're going to pick 3 movies from a director's filmography, and we're either going to fuck it, we're going to kill it, we're going to marry it. This week, I picked Len Wiseman. So, Len Wiseman, music director, did some like rock music videos back in the day, and then his first movie director debut was Underworld. But before that, he was like a production designer, or he did some sort of like background work in movies like Godzilla, Independence Day, things like that. So that's his background. How about what'd you pick this week?
And I actually went ahead and went with Dany Boyle. I do like quite a few of his movies. He did make a couple stinkers as well. But I always like to be a little bit outside the box, maybe not pick the most well-known things, or maybe just kind of switch it up on people. So I'm interested to see what people will have to say. Interested to see if people have actually seen some of these movies, because they're pretty damn good, to be honest.
Yeah. I think Dany Boyle's got a good filmography. So does Len Wiseman. It's not as big. There's not as many movies in there, but there's still a few in there that are pretty impressive, and I think they're worth calling out and calling attention to. And Dany Boyle, he's I think an Academy Award winning director. Definitely has got Academy Award winning movies. So yeah, he's got a filmography that's definitely worth talking about. So I'm excited for this one, buddy.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm gonna shock some people, I think, and maybe hurt some feelings. We'll see.
Okay, so my fuck is going to be Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard. Basically, Die Hard, the 4th one, or AKA, like I like to call it, Die Hard, the PG-13 one. So, just to start off, Die Hard, released 2007, June 27th, has a budget of $110 million, reportedly, and cleans up at the box office pretty well with $388 million at the box office. So let's just take a look here at some of the competition it had that week. Domestic, we can only see domestically. So June 29th. So it only gets to number 2. Ratatouille beats it out. You got Evan Almighty and Fantastic Four in its 3rd week. Right? So gets beat out by Disney movie. A little embarrassing, but you know,
Yeah, Ratatouille was a smash hit, though.
yeah, you can't be mad at Ratatouille. Ratatouille is not only a smash hit, but a great movie. So it coming out in its 1st week, that's pretty solid. And then Evan Almighty coming that week too. Is that the one with
That was
Homeboy?
2 weeks. That was 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, yes. So right, you're right.
But that was the one. That wasn't with Jim Carrey. That was Steve Carell.
That's Steve Carell. Okay. Still kind of an impressive summer with Fantastic Four, Knocked Up, 13, Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, a lot of heavy hitters there. Spider-Man 3's up in there. Look at that. 12 weeks. Still kicking. And that's something I wanted to point out sometimes when I bring up the box office mojo, is you're able to see how long some of these movies were able to stay in the box office. Live Free or Die Hard stayed, I have, for about 20 weeks. So let's go back. Yeah, so you can see here, June 27th to November 8th is its release date. So that's 20 weeks. It's in the movie theater. So it has 20 weeks to clean up. And so we're going to talk about some movies, especially later on we'll talk about a movie that has a theatrical release and then weeks later comes out in for digital release and in DVD and Blu-ray and things like that. So
Superman.
Superman 28. We'll talk. Well, you have a we
Superman.
have we have a movie on this list, but yeah, Superman came out what 8 weeks.
I didn't count. It hurt too much.
Yeah, it was maybe it wasn't 3 months. It
It wasn't
felt
worth watching. Sorry, go ahead. Don't get me confused. You get me on Superman. We have issues. Continue.
we could get. I like it because it gets us ramped up.
I'm already amped up. You bring up James Gunn, I'm pissed already.
So Live Free or Die Hard, 2 hours 8 minutes, kind of perfect timing. The movie itself, like I said, it's my fuck. So the point of the fuck is basically something that you personally like, but maybe a massive audience might not really like stay with for too long. So, and I think Live Free or Die Hard like kind of fits perfectly with that because I really like it, but I think over time it's kind of like fallen out of favor, and it's definitely not people's like favorite Die Hard. It's probably one of the weaker ones. I think number 5 is probably the worst, and then maybe this one, like out of the bottom two. So it's definitely the bad one out of the bunch, but it's still my fuck because I still fucks with it. I still like to watch it. There's still things that I take out of it that I really like, and some of those things is the John McClane and Bruce Willis 1-2 punch. Like John McClane is Bruce Willis. Did I say Bruce Willis before?
You did, but you said Bruce Wayne, then Willis this time. We're good.
Okay. So taking what I love with this movie was John McClane and the consistency of the John McClane character throughout the films. And it's one of those things that we're kind of losing these days where characters seem to like lose their consistency over time. Mark Hamill, not really the same Mark Hamill we used to see. Indiana Jones, same thing. And Bruce Willis kind of championed this idea of taking a character, like a legacy character, and coming out 20 years later and stepping back into those shoes and really, I think, filling those shoes a little bit, just like the best he could, with the age he is and the times. And so I think in this movie, they did a good job at making this guy, like this old guy, in this like new heavy tech world. So he's like this analog hero in this digital like age. So that's one of the things that I really liked about the movie is that we didn't lose the fact that he's an older guy, and so he's not all of a sudden like computer savvy, but that also doesn't like pull him out of the game. He's still using his wits and his cleverness, and he's using like his like detective skills and all these things that make him John McClane throughout all the other movies. They're in this movie, and those are the main things that I really like with Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard. Some of the things that I don't like. Oh, hold on. Before we go into that, some of the things I do like is the action. And the reason why I pick Len Wiseman is because the guy knows how to shoot action. Not only can he shoot action, but he knows how to like really stage an action sequence. You could always like tell what's going on. There's always like a nice big like stunt that happens within like the action scene. So the action scenes always like go for broke. And in this movie, that might be a little bit of its downfall where it goes a little bit over the top. But I love the way that it incorporates. This is a time in like 2007 where you got a lot of heavy CG movies. And this is like a movie where it's just like a guy against like other guys. So, we shouldn't see like, it's not Transformers. But there are going to be a little bit of special effects, and the way they peppered in like some of the special effects and like the practical stunts, which there's a lot of, I think is really well done. Like the guy that does like parkour, I don't know if you remember the scene where the guy like jumps down a building and then the guy jumps down a building and then he's like on a fence and all that stuff. That guy's stunt scenes are awesome. Cyril.
Wasn't it that French movie? Was that you talking about the French The French one or the one with Paul Walker?
He's in the he's in the one he's in the French one.
Okay. District B, was it District B13 or something like that?
Yep, I think that's the one
No,
he's in.
no, Brick. Some shit. What is it? It's like the Brick
Well,
House.
that's the one. That's the Paul Walker one, I believe. I think that's the
Oh,
Paul
Brick
Walker one.
House.
Yeah, and then the other one is B13. So that guy, that stunt guy, that parkour guy is in. He's like the one of the henchmen in Live Free or Die Hard,
Hmm.
and so is Maggie Q, who is okay as like a femme fatale, like number two henchman. She's a little OP. She's a little overpowered. Like there's a fight where she has with Bruce Willis where she throws him around a little bit, and that's a little fucking bullshit. But she takes an ass whipping, and she gives it just as good as she gets it. And there's a good back and forth between her and Bruce Willis, and he doesn't hold back, and neither does she. So I like that fight
That
sequence between her and him.
that free runner guy is also in Kiss of the Dragon. Bruce Lee, he's the brother. He's one of the villains with his like twin brother who was like 8 feet tall, and they had like these crazy kicks. He was just nasty with it. The guy's
Oh,
actually a pretty
really?
good action.
Yeah, the guy is solid. Like every time he's on
He's
screen,
actually,
he steals this like the screen with like whatever stunt he's
yeah,
doing.
yep.
There's a stunt, for example, like what I'm talking about with like the practical effects and special effects, where Bruce Willis, everybody's seen like the trailers where the car gets thrown at the helicopter, right? And so they filmed that practically. It's like a real stunt, but obviously there's like CG elements to help it out. So when you're watching a movie, like a lot of that can be like forgotten, because like you're so used to seeing a lot of CG, so you watch it and you're like, they didn't really do that. But when you see the behind the scenes and you see that they really did it, when I rewatch it, I'm like, dude, that's a fucking cool scene. That's a cool stunt. Like who cares if they remove the wires or whatever? Like that still looks badass.
Yeah.
But like I said, there are times where the movie goes a little too crazy with some of that stuff, and Bruce Willis's health bar is a little crazy. The guy takes damage in his movies, and that's kind of part of the John McClane thing. But in this movie, he takes way too much damage. He like damn near should have like his limbs broken in some of these stunts that they pull
Guy
off
has
with
brain
him.
damage.
Yeah, like it's like
Damn.
he jumps out of a, and it's one of those things where it's like they can't stop. It's like he jumps out of a car. Okay, we all love to see a good jump out of a car stunt, but then he like jumps out of a car and then rolls into the back of a car like at full speed with his back, and he's like 53 years old, and you're like, come on. And there's other scenes like that where like he gets kicked in the face by that stunt guy, and then falls down, a couple of flights and bounces off a few things, and you're just like, it's all right, like let's
Let me
relax. But
let me
it's
ask you this:
yeah.
what was your favorite Die Hard movie?
Everybody says number one, but I secretly like number three a lot.
All right, with the Vengeance, baby.
Yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yep.
Maybe it's the New
Yeah.
York thing. I'm a New
Yeah.
York guy, but
I watch it all. That movie's great. I don't know why. I'd take that over the first one, and still, first one's great. Second, but Die Hard with the Vengeance was fantastic.
yeah, yeah, and that's what I mean about this one being a little bit over the top with just about everything. Like even the storyline was a little over the top. John McClane's like saving the world basically. From these terrorists who are traveling around in like a minivan or like this crazy bus caravan, which is kind of lame, by the way.
He went from a cop to a superhero.
Yeah, and like the third one, yeah, it's like this big plot, but it's still like a plot that almost is an homage to the first one. The whole thing is like a ruse, like this revenge plot. Like the third one is so smart, where it's like this revenge thing that's just a distraction for the guy to like rob the thing, which is basically what Hans Gruber did in the first one, and then John McClane figures that shit all out. That fucking third one's awesome. So yeah, that third
I
one.
love the riddles in there too.
The
It actually keeps you
riddles,
going.
the back and forth between him and Samuel L. Jackson. Like I
Yeah,
said,
Moonrunner over here, ready to saying "live free or die hard" as fuck, and it sounds like he wants to kill it.
When I was watching it, some of that overpowered stuff like I was really starting to bump into because at the time I kind of like gave it a break because I was just like really excited to see Bruce Willis in a Die Hard movie, as John McClane, and it was a good John McClane Bruce Willis movie. But then you have scenes, like I said, where he's bouncing off stuff or he's riding on the top of a like F-16. I'll drop that in the video. But yeah, man, there's some scenes that just go a little bit over the top. Movie, I think, starts off really well, like the first 45 minutes, but then we go into like superhero land. Justin Long is as the comic relief sidekick is a bit annoying. It's a little, again, over the top just with the jokes. You could tell he's writing a lot of his dialogue, so that's kind of gross. That they couldn't even like write good dialogue for him. So, but other than that, man, like yeah, it's a solid action movie with good stunts, good action. Len Wiseman really, you could see that he's a diehard fan, and that's another reason why I fuck with this movie. And that's kind of the point of the fucks in the fuck, marry, kill, or screw, marry, kill. The point of it is like it's just something that even though maybe it doesn't leave like the greatest taste in your mouth, you're still gonna go back to it every once in a while. You still fucks with it. So Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard is my fuck.
Very nice. And what's your score?
Ooh, my score. Ooh, thanks for bringing that up because I forgot to bring up some other things. But my score, 7. No, 6.7. I want to give it a 6.5, but it's better than that. But it's not a 7. So I'm going to give it in like that 6.7 range.
6.7. Okay.
Yeah. So IMDb actually gives it 7.1. IMDb.
Click tab.
What's that?
Click the tab, bro.
Gotcha. I'm looking at my notes.
Well, you have the tab right there.
I do. Where would you find? Okay, here it is. So you get the Metascore 69, and then 7.1.
7.1.
That's pretty high.
That is high. I don't put that past a 7.
So see what I mean? Like this action scene with the elevator scene where he smashes into Maggie Q.
Yeah, I mean, bro.
So it's like some of this stuff is a little over the top, but I dig it. Like I was enjoying it when I was watching the movie theater. I remember that. Mary, the girl, she's pretty cool as like the daughter. I think she has a couple scenes where she like really embodies has like McClaneisms, like there's like part where he tells the daughter to like talk so she could prove that it's her on the other end. And instead of saying like, Daddy help me, she goes like, Dad, now there's 5 of them or some shit like that. It's fucking dope. That's my best Mary Weinstein impression.
Nice.
But yeah, thanks for pointing out the IMDb.
Yeah, bro, of course.
Is there anything else maybe down here in the technicals I could point out? Not much. Yeah, I think that's it for us for Die Hard.
I got Dany Boyle with 127 hours. This is gonna be my smash. This was super hard for me. This was super, super difficult. I I was between 2 different movies with my fucking Mary, but this one, I think it's just because of the amount of rewatchability this movie has. I think there's only so much you can do, so I had to bump it down. But fantastic movie, 127 hours. Has James Franco in it. He plays Aaron Ralston. You hear a lot of people talk about, it's based on true events, this, that, and then it's kind of true, or they take certain parts out. Well, almost this entire movie is like true as to exactly what happened, which is pretty crazy. It's about a guy. Basically, if you could see, he's a canyoneer, a mountain climber, and adventurist, and he ends up getting stuck in in between a canyon. So it sounds like, this is gonna be just a regular kind of movie. things like that. But once you start to get into the movie, a lot of things. So I'll just start off with basically, he was going to go through this canyon. It's called the Blue John Canyon,
Hmm.
in Utah, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Um, he as he's hiking and stuff like that, he ends up running into these two. You can see Kate Mara and Amber Tamlin is in it as well. Runs into them, has a brief little experience with them. Now they end up doing something. I'm not gonna ruin it. Look, you're gonna get spoilers. The movie's fucking over 15 years old. You're gonna end up getting some spoilers. Okay, sorry to tell you.
Go for it.
Go watch the movie. Request one with no spoilers, but I'm just gonna tell you. So they ask him to go somewhere with, or he takes them somewhere. They're hanging out in the canyon, and they invite him to a party. Those two things did not actually happen in real life. It's meant to happen in the movie.
Oh,
So when you
really?
do it, you kind of just you're building like his character. You're kind of just seeing what kind of person he is. In fact, the canyon that he went to originally, the real life story is he was actually supposed to go mountain climbing with friends. They ended up canceling at the last minute, and he just decided last minute, oh, I'm gonna go for a quick
Uh,
canyon. A little different in the movie. It seems like he was more planned in the movie, but
yeah.
he ends up going. He gets stuck in this canyon, checks this rock, as you can see in the picture of the whole thing, and the rock falls, dude, on his. He falls
Ugh.
down this thing. I'm sorry. He grabs the rock. The rock spins.
Hmm.
It falls with him, and you see his hands in the air. And you see this rock, which I believe it shows it in the trailer. Also, I wish it didn't show it in the trailer because the way this rock hits the hand is
Yeah.
not only like ooh, ow, but the sound it makes between the rock and rock is it it might get you in the spine a little bit.
It's
If you hear
brutal.
it, like it's brutal. It's like it's hard to even explain what it is really.
It's really visceral too, the way it's shown. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. It just has a weird yeah, man. But so he ends up getting stuck there. Um So he's now like can't move, hand in the rock. He could die from hypothermia, infection, dehydration,
Yeah.
starvation, anything. But he tries all these different ways to get out. He it gives you like this real personal feel. I mean, like you really get to know the guy,
Yeah, he's got the
and
camcorder, right?
he has the camcorder, so he records everything. He gives his last will out to his family and everything because he thinks he's gonna die. He tries different ways to get out of there. James Franco, maybe one of his best performances by far.
Yeah, I agree.
By far. There's parts in there, honestly, I look at him like, dude, he could be like a Heath Ledger type Joker.
He's holding the screen for a long time by himself.
Oh, pretty much the whole movie.
Yeah.
But there's parts in there I'm serious. I'm like, dude, he reminds me of like a Heath Ledger kind of Joker. Like he gets to that dark of a spot almost just because of like the psychosis and the hallucinations. Like he gets to that point and then
Yeah, you feel
he's
like
able to
he's
come out of
just
it.
stuck down there forever.
So hours go by. He's stuck down there for 127 hours. He actually uses a dull multi-tool
Mm.
to cut his arm off
Mm.
to get free of this thing. And let me tell you, this is, you know,
If
he's in it. Like you literally see him in his arm, inside of his arm, cutting
oh,
and like
the
he
nerves.
pulling on the tendon and the nerves, and it's making a sound while you're listening. The audio with
Oh
this,
yeah,
the way
yeah.
it was shot, the way excellent movie. Um,
Gives
the
like that
actual
high
real life guy
pitch
did it.
thing.
Yeah, high
Right.
pitch, almost like
Yeah.
a static high pitch,
Like
like
that scene,
oh, like
like you
really.
were the way you described like the scene where the rock falls on him, like how visceral that scene is. The scene where he has to detach his arm with the knife is like a
Oh,
hundred times more visceral than that scene.
oh,
Ugh,
it's
brutal.
bad. It's bad. He actually said in real life it took him an hour to do it.
Oh no. That's
He said it was the worst pain you ever seen or he's ever felt in his entire life. And after this,
an
at the end of the
hour.
movie, you see that he actually stays an adventurer and goes still like through canyons
Right.
and skiing, all this different shit. So Great movie, hands down, great movie.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Cast pretty good, like I said. Audio, sounds, the everything. Wasn't really that expensive to make.
Oh, no, not at all. That's not bad at all.
So, and these are the movies where we're like, yo, you know what? What happened to the 90-minute greats? This is a 90-minute great.
Yeah, look at that.
This is you got an hour and a half. It's a great movie. It puts you right in there. There's no guessing, but the acting is what gets you. I mean, you have James Franco in a canyon for an hour and a half almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it didn't like do gangbusters at the box office, but it's still a great movie. Like it's just well done. Like you said, the whole thing of him like remembering his past, all that the flashback stuff is like really tied in, like really well done. Like I like that part of it.
Yeah, it was, and a lot of it was premonitions that he had,
Mm.
like to his wife he was going to marry, and he ended up marrying the woman.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I forgot about what he's thinking back on. Yeah, yeah, and just to like make him be able to make a movie interesting. That's in a fucking a guy between a rock and a hard place, basically. That's
It's
all it
exactly what
is.
it is,
That's
dude.
all it is, and
Oh,
like
I wish I had the fucking drums to go on that one right there.
to make that interesting and to hold your attention for an hour and 34 minutes. That's really well done with a budget of $18 million. You know.
But a budget of eight, yeah, didn't make a bunch of crazy money or anything, but also it was 2010.
Yeah. 2010, huh? Wow, that's crazy. Let's see what it did that weekend. Let's see what came out. Megamind, No Chance, Saw
Oh shit!
3D,
And bro, Due Date came out. Oh jeez, Due
Paranormal
Date. Yeah,
Activity.
things stood no chance.
It's not even on the list. Where is it?
Stood no chance. So you didn't go down far enough.
Oh no, I don't even want to go down that far.
There it is,
Oh,
25.
poor guy.
But bro, look at what I mean. Look what.
But look at these movies.
Well, yeah. Well, that's out already. Yeah.
Yeah. Toy Story is still in the movie theater 22 weeks later and makes, I mean, does something. does more than this one. Does more than 127 hours, but still.
Here, keep going up.
Yeah. Megamind.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it came out the same exact week as Megamind and Due Date.
That's yeah.
Come on, that's silly, bro. It was the second week for Saw 3. That's nuts.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, Megamind.
These movies started cleaning up too. These are other movies too that had like small budgets and killed it. Second week,
Due Date's
7 million.
hilarious.
Look at that total gross, $76 million for Paranormal Activity 2. It's fucking crazy.
Cut that out. But yeah,
Cut that.
so like I said, love the movie. The reason it becomes the fuck for me is the rewatchability. Great movie. I can watch it more than once. I have watched it more than twice. I think there's only so many times you can actually watch the movie before you kind of have to take like a good break from it. You know what I mean?
It's a little bit of a downer.
I mean, yeah, dude, you feel great at the end of the movie. You just kind of feel like, oh my god, I
Yeah,
can't believe it.
but
Through the
throughout,
movie, you're like, ugh.
yeah, it's just a guy like rethinking his life and his life choices and thinking about like how he's gonna die, and like you're putting yourself in that headspace of like, well, this is it, or like you got to put yourself in that headspace of like this is it, or no, fuck that, I'm gonna like keep going and I gotta cut my arm off, and those
Oh,
both of those things are.
He drinks his own piss.
Oh
He has to
yeah,
hang himself, like he has to make a like this like thing out of ropes that he can like kind of position himself to lay in because his arm's stuck and he's standing up.
that's right. He's like so uncomfortable. I forgot about that. It's like,
Dude, it's brutal.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
he's suffering.
so as my fuck, Danny Boyle, 2010, 127 hours. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
7.5 is pretty good.
I'm gonna go with a 7.5.
That's not too bad.
You have
Well,
any specific look at that. Don't prompt me, son.
don't problem, son. Uh,
7.5.
wow, not too bad. Look at that.
Where are
Ooh,
you at on
hmm. It's a solid movie. I
it?
think
Solid
seven.
movie.
I think 7.5 is fair. That's pretty
All
fair.
right.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, that's really fair. Let's see what the worst. Oh, so the worst one was even by super wimp standards. Whatever, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, but definitely one of his best movies he made.
I like
Or
this a true life adventure that turns into a one man disaster movie, and the darker it gets, the more exhilarating it becomes.
yeah, there you go.
Owen Gleiberman, Entertainment Weekly. Good job,
Is it
Owen.
watchable? Yes, compulsively.
Uh is it would you say it's see would you argue against this? Would you argue against the
No,
man Robert Ebert? No?
I'm not actually gonna.
Cuz like
No, bro. Compulsively watchable. Like you go through that shit throughout the movie. You're like, I mean, like I said, the audio that goes with the visual
yeah.
is fucking. You feel it in your fucking bones. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it does that like high pitched
Like if you were to drag like brick across cement
Mhm.
or a cinder block across a sidewalk, it's almost that kind of noise when his hand gets hit.
Or when you put like the microphone too close to a speaker or something like that just like bone curdling type of like sound that like really like pierces through you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good stuff though. Like good stuff. Guy's a good director. Like that's a really different type of movie. Obviously it's based on a true story, so it's gonna be a little different, but good like one man survival movie. I like it. So the Mary category. So this is the movie that we actually absolutely adore from this movie director. So Len Wiseman, first movie Underworld. So 2003 Underworld comes out, I believe, September. Yeah, September 19th. Not a great time for movies to get released. It's kind of like the throwaway month where movies get like just tossed into just so there's not like too much risk there. And with a what? How much is the budget here? I'm looking at my notes and it's right in front of me. We got $21 million budget and $22 million. No, what was the opening? 95. So that's not bad. At the end of the day, that's really not bad for a little movie like this from like a first time director. And if you watch this movie, that's one of the things that I really like about this movie and why I marry it is because we did a lot with very little. Let me go to this thing here so we could see maybe the trailer. You gonna play trailer? Why don't you play? So Mr. Bones could watch some of this.
This movie's fire, bro.
So yeah,
This movie's fire.
oh, we don't want the audio there. Okay. So again, one of the things I love about this movie is the world building. So you got this basic story of vampires versus werewolves, but it's a story that this is before the Twilight days. So before the Twilight days, this is like the mainstream vampire versus werewolf storyline that comes out, and it does like just so much. Like look at like the aesthetics and the cinematography and just the framing of everything. It's got like this almost Matrix look to it, right? So back in the day, you got all these movies that are like kind of like Matrix like knockoffs. So they're doing like that cyberpunk film noir type of thing where everything's like dark and people are wearing leather and it's fucking slow motion, right? They're fucking perfect right there. So This movie is different though. It's not cyberpunk. We're talking about like this ancient lore, and like it takes place in like this ancient city, right? The city, like I think they filmed in like Budapest. So like these like different buildings like look like they're hundreds of years old, like, you know, they could be thousands of years old or whatever. You know, they go into the subways and they're in the tunnels and they look like these old ass tunnels, and it really fits perfect with like the lore and everything that the style and look that the movie is trying to achieve. So let me get Nintendo Switch out of there. So
This was before the little diamond bitch vampires of Twilight. This
yes,
was the nice, dark, we gonna kill you. This action, bro, and
Kate Beckinsale, action chick. A lot of people forget, dude. Like Kate Beckinsale has a lot of action movies under her belt. Like you might be able to consider her an action movie hero. Like she's got. I looked at her IMDb before. IMDb.
He'd be my hero.
She's an action star. I mean, let's go to it, because I think people forget, man. And I mean, gorgeous, right? Let's just end it right there. But let's go with action movies, right? Let's see here. She's got a lot of shit. Holy fuck. There's a lot of movies here. A lot of underworld stuff. Okay. Pearl Harbor.
Maybe
Not really an action. Okay, so she's an action here. She's like action hero stuff in Van Helsing. Another underworld. Vacancies, like, you know, she's like the final girl in a horror movie. Holding Down, underworld. Whiteout, I think, is like a action detective action movie.
Who's in your who's in your favorite movie in the world?
What's that?
Total Recall.
She's in Total Recall. She's in Contraband. She's in Total Recall. What else? What else we got here? She holds down this Underworld series, dude. Holy shit. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I think they weren't as good as they went on, but that first one was.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing about the first one. It just really does a lot with very little, where it sets up this really simple premise of vampires versus werewolves, but it just does so much with like the background of like the back and forth of the story between how the werewolves are the old slaves, and then at one point the slaves, like, you know, rebelled against the vampires, and then there's all this like infighting and people like getting married and all this shit that's going on. And the movie is just like really about like Kate Beckinsale. She's like a death dealer, right? And so her job is, as a vampire, she's like out there to like hunt down the werewolves and basically hunt them down to the point where they're extinct. Badass, right? Badass name too, Death Dealers. So Kate Beckinsale, like, she's doing her thing, just trying to like Celine, yes, her, and she meets up with Scott Speedman. Who Scott Speedman's the man. I don't know what happened to Scott Speedman, but he's the man in this movie. He's like a half breed. He's like half vampire, half werewolf. So, you know, again, you got like, there's like a chosen one type aspect there. There's like all kinds of like old vampires that get reawakened and all this shit that is like just really cool with $21 million, guys, and does pretty.
Well, they built a complete like hierarchy.
Yeah.
Like you said, the makeup, the costume design, even just the color and tone, just it just combined with the whole story of the movie. It was great. It's a great movie to watch. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. You'll continue watching it.
Yeah, it's fun. That's the thing. It's like it's a lot of fun, and it comes out of nowhere because you watch it and you're kind of like, oh, this is like just, you know, run of the mill, like slow mo action movie where people are wearing leather, but as you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay, like we got werewolves and vampires, okay, cool, and then it just keeps going, and like it keeps peeling away like these different layers of the lore and like the background, and you're like, oh, this is so interesting, and then like, you know, it opens up like all these different sequels, and again, does a lot with this little movie, you know, does, you know, 5 other sequels, You know, hold like Kate Beckinsale's got a career because of it. So, yeah, Underworld is my Mary for Len Wiseman. It's his first movie, and
This gangster hero drop. Huh.
yeah, that scene is just dope. Kate Beckinsale
Um,
is awesome. The whole thing just is so cool. Like, there's so many like cool moments. Like this part here where the guy's running after the car, like little stunts like that are just like really cool. And when you hear about how they did those things, I think it's just like the car is like dragging a carpet, and the guy standing on the carpet and then running on the carpet for the shot. You know, simple things like that to do like something that looks like really badass and then stands the test of time like that. You know, that's Underworld, and that's why it's my Mary.
this was a trilogy. Was it the same writers? Annie McBride, different Danny McBride, I'm assuming maybe.
Um, that's a good question. I don't think so. I think the other
Yeah, because that
movies.
third one got a little bit away. Like, meh. I think they could have like they would have been on. They had a really good way of going and kind of ventured off a little bit.
Yeah,
But
I don't really remember. Let's see if I could go back to
black hair and leather, bro.
slow mo. You know, and all the stunts are like really cool. What were we talking about? Who? What? Where?
How writer?
Oh
Was
yeah.
it the writers for all three of them?
Oh, for the next ones, right? For the sequels. So, um, how do I see? Okay, sequels. Evolution. Danny McBride comes back for that one.
There's
Um,
one less, I think. I think there were three or four writers for the first one.
and then let's see. The next film is Rise of the Lycans.
See, those are two. That's screenplay.
Oh, he is. He's got a screenplay credit, but there's these
There are
other
two
two.
other ones.
Yeah, these two other new guys. Fucking five of these movies, you know. How much did this one? How much did this third one get? 91. And look, this third one still has a small budget of $35 million. That's not a lot of money. You get these movies these days that are so much money, and don't do anything with it.
They got some awards. I think I would love to do some research and see if it was what actually went on behind making these.
With the Underworld movies.
Yeah, because there was also a big gap in between. I think the second and third. If I'm not, I think.
Hmm. Maybe. I mean, the soundtrack thing here says this is, but these could be off by a year, maybe.
What year was the third one done?
It's
Was it
saying,
Rising Legend?
well, hold on. This is the third, Rise of 2009. So 3 year gap between each these three.
It's a pretty decent gap, bro.
Yeah, that's actually kind of like what you want. You know, you want like people maybe to kind of like start to forget about it a little bit, and then
But to come in with different. I mean, one of the guys was there. There were different writers also, but
that's the problem with that. Once you get to like the third one, a couple of these people are gonna move on. You know, you can
yeah.
see it's, you don't even have the same director. It's like the other dude. So, but yeah, for Len Wiseman, for his filmography, Underworld is my Mary. Live Free or Die Hard was my book, and we'll find out which movie of his I want to kill.
Ooh, blood
Before we do
movies.
that, we're gonna go back to Bones's Dany Boyle's pick. What do you got, Bones?
Oh, or my Mary, Mr. Danny Boyle. One movie I definitely feel is not talked about much at all. Never given the credit it should have gotten. Sunshine. Sunshine 2007. Um, Alex Garland wrote it. He is the same writer that did Ex Machina and Annihilation. He also did a couple other movies. I think after really those movies, he kind of maybe fell off a little bit. But
He just did Civil War, right?
um, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And then, but so they usually this movie actually was going to come out sooner, but it was actually really similar to Solaris
Oh
with
yeah.
George Clooney. And kind of actually similar to Event Horizon, which throughout the movie watching this, you would think like it could be a sequel to Event Horizon. So it almost didn't even get made. Ended
Well,
up finally making it. What's
sorry,
up?
I was gonna say there was another one that we when we talked before off mic. There was another movie that was kind of like this that I brought up. Do you remember what it was? Oh, Sphere. That's
Oh
what I
yes,
thought.
Sphere. Yeah, yeah.
Was I correct in that, or is that like a little off?
Oh, I'm telling you, I really think it was more of an
Event
it's
Horizon.
more of an Event Horizon.
Okay.
Uh, and yeah, definitely like Solaris. What was the other one? There was another one that was made after. It's about reigniting the sun, which
Oh,
this is
with Halle
basically
Berry.
about. Yes, yes.
That's for
Yeah, I
Moonfall.
think so. No, wasn't
No, was it Moonfall?
no, wasn't Deep Impact. Anyway, nevertheless,
Yeah.
so that's basically what's going on. The sun is dying, and need to reignite the sun. So this movie, actually, before I even get into it, this is definitely my Mary. The cast of this, you need to go to the cast. The cast of this movie is ridiculous.
I didn't even
Not
notice.
only did they have good movies before, but after this movie came out, they had huge movies. You have Cillian Murphy was in 28 Days Later before this, and Batman Begins before this.
Oh, road
Michelle
trip.
Yeoh was in Memories of Geisha,
Mm-hmm.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, a bunch of other movies. Chris Evans is in this. He did London and Fantastic Four beforehand.
Yeah.
If you look, you have Mark Strong there, and then one second, what's Cliff Curtis? Bro, Cliff Curtis is in this. This guy is in endless amounts of movies.
He's in everything.
He's in everything. And after this, I mean, you have what's his name from uh
Oh,
was in all the Marvel movies after. Yep, Ben Wong.
Bing
Yep.
Wong. Yeah.
Marvel movies. He was in The Martian. I mean, this
Nice.
cast is stacked, stacked. But anywho,
Yeah.
um, movie,
Movie.
really, really good movie. Like I said, they're gonna try and reignite the sun. The visual of this movie are absolutely insane. Um, it opens up and you just get it looks like the sun's in your face when you open up into this movie, and as it starts to get closer and pan a little bit, you realize it's the heat shields that are on the ship that are flying towards the sun. Really just cool. Like I said, visuals all around, the makeup, the design of everything was really cool. They did a really good job with it. So this they're on, you'll hear narration in the beginning, they're on Icarus 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's 7 years after Icarus 1, which is also funny because in Event Horizon, they found the Event Horizon 7 years after it disappeared.
Oh wow.
Just quick side note there. But um, so Icarus 1 failed. They're going out to the sun. They have the remaining minerals and stuff from the Earth that make this cosmic bomb,
Oh
which is
shit.
basically causing a star to form inside of a dead star.
Mm-hmm.
So this is their last chance. They go out for it. Icarus is actually Greek mythology.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
The
Icarus
flew too close.
desired, yep, he desired to be beyond human boundaries, and he got wings. Flew too close, lit on fire. There's a lot of God and devil references in here.
Yeah.
There's certain part one time he turns over and one of the questions asked is, "Are you an angel?" So, and you'll hear it throughout the movie with the voices and different little references. But basically, I'll cut right to it. You have the psych doctor who becomes infatuated with the sunroom, with the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and in the room they have it's a filter room, so you can sit there and actually look at the sun, and you can see different colors and everything.
Yeah.
Uh, and he becomes, infatuated with it, getting less filters, tanning his skin, burning his skin more and more
Yeah.
throughout the whole movie.
He,
They end up getting a distress signal from Icarus 1, so they go to check everything out. That's when shit goes down. As soon as that happens, you know you're in for it.
he gets like
You got
possessed.
your oxygen shit's all destroyed, it blows up, your whole oxygen supply is gone. Then they need to find out what's going on with their ship. Um, they end up finding out the captain of the old ship is alive. He gets on board and starts killing
Shoot.
everybody. But throughout the whole movie, one of the things they stick on is that they you, you only have enough oxygen supply for only a certain number of people to get to the sun because your oxygen supply was gone. Number
Mm.
keeps changing. So throughout the movie, that's part of what's going on.
It's like a ticking clock.
Um, yeah, it's a ticking clock. They're like, wait, oh, fuck. And they go through it a different couple ways. And they have to make really hard decisions throughout hand and logically say why they're doing it. So it kind of puts you in that little position a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then yeah, and when the bad guy, the captain from the other ship is there, it's pretty interesting because anytime he's around, everything's blurry as if you've looked up into the sun.
Oof. Yeah,
So it
and
has a very hard feel to it also.
yeah, the images of the sun and them looking into the sun really make you feel like you're staring into the sunlight.
Yeah. Yeah, and they actually got a bunch of the experts together to form their oxygen garden in the movie because it's a big thing.
Hmm.
So they talked to a bunch of people, uh, experts to make it like as real as possible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the visuals in it, like I said, the tone of it, the
Special
script is
effects.
really well done. Special effects are great.
Yeah.
And this is for a movie from 2007. You have a killer cast. Well, I mean, look at this. This is the filter room,
Yeah.
the sunroom, where you can filter out how much light you want. At that point, they probably have about 1 to 2% of the light from the sun. That's how close they are and how bright it is.
Right. And they can make that shade like kind of uh, be like less like more and
Yeah,
less
they can.
like visible or something like that.
Icarus is the name of the ship. Basically, you just say, it's just like any sci-fi movie, like, oh, Icarus changed the filter to whatever percent. And she warned you, and they're like, well, how much can a person take? And they're like, you can safely, without irreversible damages, take 3.1% of the actual sunlight.
Mm.
So he sets it to like 3.1.
Super tint.
Super, it's really crazy.
That's cool.
If
That's a
you've
cool
seen Event
concept.
Horizon, like, you'll see a lot of similarities in
Yeah, especially with
how
like the sorry with
the
the
mental.
hypnotize and all that stuff. Like them being like kind of like yeah, getting hypnotized by the thing.
Yeah, well, it getting hypnotized by the interest and beauty of the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can see when things happen and things burn up, because people do burn up. It
Mm-hmm.
is instant.
Mm. It's almost like it's too late to back out of it.
Oh yeah, you lose that shade, you're done. You're ashes.
That's cool. Cool.
Visuals are great. They go by Mercury and everything. Yeah, really good movie.
Yeah,
Studded cast, bro.
really
And this,
underrated. Really underrated. Danny Boy movie.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna take a
And
look
I'll
at
tell you what.
his Wikipedia. Keep going.
And the writer, Alex Garland, like I said, wrote two other movies that were amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and then started to fall off. And Mr. Man he is going to be the writer of one of the movies that I'll be killing.
Oh,
Just say,
so we'll come back to that later, huh? Where's his Danny Boyle filmography?
I mean, Danny Boyle was tough to do, bro. He had Train Spotting 2, Steve Jobs. I mean, look at those. Slumdog Millionaire. Like, I wanted to
So,
be a little boxier, but
so these are the
yeah.
movies you had to pick for our fuck, marry, kill game. So you had to pick one to marry, kill, or fuck. So this is Danny Boyle's filmography. Shao Grave is the first one. Train Spotting, A Life Less Ordinary, The Beach. The Beach probably would have been my kill.
You would kill the beach?
Out of his movies, I never saw Yesterday. I heard that was like kind of meh. But yeah, from what I've seen from his movies, The Beach. Don't like that one. Yeah,
Well, for this movie,
yeah, that's your Mary.
I as my Mary, I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
7.8. That's pretty
And
solid.
side note, 127 hours is on Hulu, and uh, Sunshine is on Amazon. You could rent it for 3.99.
Oh, sweet. And looking at the Rotten Tomatoes, it's cool to see when like the critics and the audience match up a little bit here. So you can see the
Oh, I know what
critics
I'm talking about.
77. What's that?
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, it's good shit. It's good shit.
What was the box office? Wasn't great, right? When did this? Did we look at that already?
We didn't like. I had it on, but we didn't like look at
Uh,
it. But here we go. Um,
Another short movie, hour and 40 minutes. You get a full on
yeah, the
mind fuck.
visuals. Wow, that's not a lot of money, and those visuals are really good. It's a sci-fi movie, so we're talking about like everything has to be made. All the like everything on screen is like either built or has to be made somehow. Like the
What was the budget?
costumes, the budget. It doesn't say.
No.
Oh shit! Here, let's see if the Google's.
See what the Google maker says.
Whoa, they're being shady about the budget.
40
Oh no,
mil.
wait, 40 million. Oh, it didn't make money at all.
Then go back to the box office.
Look, it's looking like that one says 34. Yeah, 34 million.
Yeah.
Womp womp womp. How many weeks in
Small
the?
movie.
Yeah. Why the?
Guarantee you'll be like, shit, that's a good movie.
Yeah. How many weeks was this in the movie theater? Not that 13. This was still in the movie theaters for 13 weeks, but not that many movie theaters. I mean, look at how many movie theaters. 12.
Yeah.
33. In the first 3 weeks, it's only in a couple hundred. So, yeah. Let's see what it was up against here. And now pronounce you Chuck and
Oh,
Larry. Harry
bro.
Potter. Transformers strikes again. And Ratatouille. And Live for Real Die Hard. That's interesting.
I mean, look what this is up against. This was up against probably at the bottom.
What a fucking year, huh? Surfs Up.
Oh, 25. Okay.
25. That's not terrible.
Yeah, we were
Deep
looking at that before. I'm sorry.
Deep Sea? Is that the same Deep Sea I'm thinking of? Oh, no, that's Deep Blue Sea. Oh, this is some other shit. I digress. Wild Hogs. Yes. 28 weeks. Wow, that movie made a lot of money. Okay, anyway. So Sunshine. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I like that movie. Um,
And it's more watchable. That's why it's my Mary over 127 hours being my fuck.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time, so I really don't know if I could say of his filmography if that would be my favorite, but you got good taste and I agree with that one. That's not a bad pick for Mary.
Someone gonna go pick Train Spotting or something. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, where's the shit at? Oh, cuz I'm not in his thing. Anyway,
Bro, this actually could be a sequel to Event Horizon. Like, if you just change something here or there, there's a lot of things that happen that are very similar in each movie.
some
Uh,
like a spiritual sequel.
yeah, like even the way they show the bad guys, like how the airlock bursts and stuff like that, like just everything. There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah. I miss when they used to do stuff like that with movies where it'd be like a oh, fuck, what movie? There's movies just came. Oh, okay. So, do you remember Leviathan?
Yeah,
And there's another one called Deep Star Six.
I didn't see Deep Star Six.
So those are all like kind of like knockoffs of like basically The Abyss. James Cameron, The
Yeah.
Abyss,
Mhm.
and it was just like these movies all had the same premise, but they were all like they all had to do like something really different from what they were showing to be different from the other movie. And that's okay to like have movies that are like kind of similar, but then they're all different for like different audiences to find, and I think that's what's cool about what we were just talking about. What were we talking about? What were the other ones? I got lost.
I actually thought at one point the
Oh yeah,
distress signal
Sunshine and Event Horizon.
was the
Sorry.
same. Like I had to look it up. I was like Googling it. I was trying to Google the distress signal from Event Horizon.
Oh, what
But I
like the
swore it sounded the same in Sunshine.
yeah. Yeah, all that like the characters getting like hypnotized, like all that reminded me of like Sphere.
Yeah, they didn't get hypnotized.
They don't?
No, they don't get hypnotized.
There's no showing them the future or anything like that?
No.
Fuck. When was the last time you seen Sphere?
Um,
How do you know?
doesn't matter. The showing them the future doesn't happen
Oh
in
yeah.
Sunshine.
Okay.
When's the last time you saw Sunshine?
So the movie I want to kill of Len Wiseman's filmography is Total Recall. 2012's disaster remake is just a snooze fest. That's right. Yep. And it even has the 3 boobs, but it still fails. You know why it fails? Because it does every single thing that the other movie does. The original the original movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, directed by Paul Verhoeven. It's just classic Arnold movie, classic science fiction action movie. Just really one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. And
Yep.
for it to get remade and it get like just such like a lame run of the mill by the numbers treatment was really disappointing. Now the movie isn't, dog shit. It's not, completely terrible. But just as a movie where it's just really disappointing. It's kind of like my pick last week with Miami Vice, where the movie just has like all this potential. It's got Len Wiseman directing, so you're like, oh, okay, this guy's done a bunch of like cool action stuff. He did well with Die Hard in my eyes. Did great with building like world building and building a franchise with Underworld, and he could like shoot action. Okay, so he gets this action movie. Here's the ball, run with it. He's got Colin Farrell, who's like hot shit at the time, who some people like, some people don't like. I know some people are fans and some people are not, but I think at the time maybe he's got an audience that he could bring to the movie theater and people that are going to be interested in the movie. And this movie just is not interesting because it just doesn't do anything. It's so by the numbers.
Bro, this movie sucks.
The movie it doesn't suck. It's just like what I want to say is like that it's a 1-for-1 copy of the original one. Like the dialogue is just like the first one. All the story beats, there's nothing that's different from the original one. The only thing that's different is they don't go to Mars, which is kind of a shame because that'd be cool if they went to Mars. But they don't go to Mars. The only thing that's different in this one is that there's like this system that they're able to like traverse like through the core of the Earth. So they're able to like go through the Earth. And they don't really even do nothing with that. Like at the end, it kind of like is a thing that pops up, but that's like a thing that doesn't really get used well, in my opinion. That's the only thing that's different about this movie. And everything else is like just really, really the same, to the point where almost by the timestamp, you're watching like the scenes and the story beats and you're like, okay, in 40 minutes, he's going to like talk to himself and tell himself to take the thing out of him so they can't track him anymore. And sure enough, like that happens. This every scene is beat for beat like the other one. There's nothing that's like different, and it doesn't do anything interesting with it. And like I was saying with like that car chase scene, it's well done. It's the visual effect, the special effects are cool. But and all the acting is like okay, and all the actors are all right. Like this is a pretty solid cast. You have Bryan Cranston, but he pops up and he just doesn't do anything. He does like a final bad guy exposition dump scene, and then that's it. He's gone. Kate Beckinsale is the only one that's really doing anything in this movie. Even Colin Farrell, he's just kind of a nothing burger. Jessica Biel, same thing. She's just like tagging along as like the girlfriend who's trying to get him out of trouble. So the movie is just basic as fuck. I think you said the movie sucks, but I think the movie's just basic as fuck. It's just by the numbers.
This movie, listen to me, bro. I'm sorry.
There's a line at the end of the movie where he's like, I don't know who I was. I know who I am. That's a line in the movie. That's like the final line in the movie, and it just sucks. There's just like such basic corny lines. Yeah, so it's my kill. It's
Here's
such
my
a
logic
disappointment.
behind it really quick for you, okay? First off, movie sucked, plot sucked, script sucked. Visuals was the only good thing. If you want to watch movie visual, that's pretty cool. Also, how do you ruin a movie that has Jessica Biel and Kate Beckinsale in it?
Two
Oh,
smoke
I know
shows.
how. Oh, I know how. Put Colin Farrell in it, who so happens to be now your back-to-back episode kill movie. So, I'm this movie sucks. I'm gonna have to say that you're a liar.
I'm a liar.
You're a liar. You said it doesn't suck. I'm telling you, it's terrible.
I don't think it sucks. I think it's just so basic, and I think just compared to the original one, like if you didn't see the original one,
It
this
basically sucks.
it would be okay. It'd be fine.
It
It wouldn't
basically sucks,
suck.
bro.
Like I said, the action is there's enough decently shot action things. That's the thing about Len Wiseman. Like as a director, he could shoot an action scene, but that's what's so disappointing is that he could shoot an action scene and he could world build, and he doesn't do any of that. It's like he was like almost like told like don't fuck with the original one. We just want it to look like updated, and that was
He's
it.
like, I
And
have Colin Farrell. This is just going to be very.
yeah, it's like they told him like here's all the money in the world, but we just want you to make it look cool and put nice, good-looking actors in it. And job done, but the movie really suffers for it because, like you said, script sucks, movie sucks, just everything kind of sucks.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I don't think it's not terrible, but it's on my kill, and I killed this fucking movie.
And your rating?
Rating
You better stop forgetting about your fucking rating, bro.
5.
Yeah,
I give it a 5.
good for you.
Oh shit! Where is it? 6.2.
That's such trash.
That's high. See these special effects, man. All the visuals and stuff but the fight scenes and everything is kind of blah. Like that shot there. That's nothing special. The scene here, the dialogue, everything is beat for beat. Like the scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger is telling Sharon Stone about what happened that day. Everything to the point where he comes in, she goes, "No, you're crazy," and then they have a fight in the bedroom. It's all the same. Like they don't even change like the setting. Like, and that's what's like really frustrating about it.
Yeah, it's just an updated shot movie with like a weaker storyline. Like the
That's
whole
it.
point was that you went to Mars, dude.
That's the thing too, man, and that's what really where the movie really went bad is in that third act is there's none of those like crazy ass characters that are in the original movie, right? And so like in the original movie, he goes to Mars, which is this movie doesn't do. So Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to Mars, and that's where he sees like this crazy cast of characters of like mutants, and it's memorable, right? You remember all those like crazy makeup effects and people and the three-titted girl and all that shit, and that's where he runs into his girlfriend. And that shit's cool, and that shit keeps you interested in what's going on. And then when the bad guy comes in and fucking smokes everybody, like that shit, it invests you into the storyline in a third act. And in this movie, like the third act just kind of like just lets go, and it's like, okay, we're just gonna go to the big machine and try to destroy it. Like what we see right here. Like we're just gonna like do these things, like in the car chase scene, we're just gonna like stop short and have an accident. We're just gonna do a U-turn and go into traffic. Like it's all just by the numbers. It's all really shot, well done, well shot, but I just don't care, you know. And Colin Farrell just not doing anything either. All these like people that are like really good actors and actresses, they're just really not bringing anything to the table. Bryan Cranston is not a good villain. Kate Beckinsale is the only one really kind of holding it down. But yeah, let's see how this movie even did. So this is like probably the latest of our movies that I think we've talked about, right? This movie comes out in 2012.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and probably biggest before
was that? Oh
and
yeah.
biggest gross.
Wow, yeah. Fucking wow, this movie made a lot of money. But look at that budget. That's a big budget. And when we talk about
Basically,
budgets,
their international is what they spent.
right, they're not talking about marketing. We're not talking about other things either that they have to pay the movie theaters, a little bit too. That's how much the movie made. That's not how much the studio made. And the studio spent, so much money. I'm circling this. I'm talking about this. But
Hmm.
yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of money. I'm surprised about that. So let's see when it actually came out. Domestic. Oh, it came out the week of the London Olympics. That's funny. In August. It's kind of a. It's in the summer, but it's not like peak summertime. So it debuts number 2 with The Dark Knight Rises in its second week. 25
Third
mil.
week, third week.
Third week?
Yeah,
No. I say
Dark Knight was in his third week.
Dark Knight was. Oh, weeks. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay, and then this is. I'm sorry, I was looking at this. This is last week. Okay. So yeah, Dark Knight. I mean, that's a tough one to like knock off its mantle. You're probably Colin Farrell's not
And it was still 3 weeks in, but what else opened that week?
nothing. August is like a bad like month.
Nothing else opened that week.
Yeah, I mean everything comes out in the summer. June, July. August is kind of like a movies that are
Fucking
like
Colin Farrell gets a second place opening week because nothing else came out.
yeah. For Sony Pictures though, they're probably not. They're not probably not mad at it.
No.
How many weeks did this one get? Fucking till October 7th, bro. That's a lot, man. But yeah, that's my Total Recall.
Nice.
That's my kill.
Well, ladies and gents, here it goes.
Bring it home, baby.
You might hate me for saying it, and there's a 100% chance I don't care if you hate me for saying it, but Mr. Danny Boyle, also Alex Garland, you're the writer. You guys team up after doing 28 days later and 28 weeks later, and you put this piece of fucking shit out. All right, listen. Actually, if you can scroll down into the cast here for 28 years later, which I think went straight to DVD or to Netflix, I actually like Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Why?
Uh,
There's like nobody's picture up here. What the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
know. I like him as an actor.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets the best scripts. I thought he was great I think he was in Bullet or a Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Um, Raven, he had the shitty thing. It was a shitty script and everything in Raven, but still, or Craven, but and then the kid. I don't remember the kid's name in the movie.
Young Jimmy.
Um, was it
Jim.
Jimmy? No, the son. It was Aaron's son
Uh.
in the movie. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
you look it
There's.
up. But he was really good in the movie. It's certain parts of this have like it. This feels like more of a new start to with some throwback. Just like that's all. Aspects were missing from the original, or even from like 28 weeks later, where like the zombies were starving to death when they were like all like locked up and shit. Like I don't understand how that's not happening now. This whole island thing, there's a lot of just weird stuff.
Yeah, they're supposed to like
Uh,
starve out, right?
yeah, they're supposed to starve out. They don't ever explain any of it. This whole everyone's like, oh, that's Cillian Murphy. That's not him. He comes out all of a sudden. Now he's with the new Bone Temple one. It's like they have these new alpha zombies that they don't really, I don't know, they don't really give too much information about. At times it gets like grainy and gritty, which is nice, but at times like they have like these medieval flashback kind of, but it just wasn't done well. It's like a worse version of The Last of Us, is what
Mm,
it was. Look, this whole Bone Temple thing is stupid. It's
yeah.
so stupid. Like, what are we talking about? Now there's like an advanced zombie that like this guy runs around with his brajol hanging out the whole time, dude.
I heard about that.
He's just flopping in the wind the whole entire time. This big alpha zombie. A lot of stuff's not explained at all. Felt super disconnected at times. It's, I guess, if you want to watch something, it's good to watch, but I expected a lot different. I expected better. Everyone kind of waited for this for a long time, and now we have like a different type of doing. Now you have the Bone Temple and all that that's out.
Does it feel like of the same franchise? Because I remember the 28, what is it?
It doesn't.
Weeks?
It doesn't. Everything's so different. It just doesn't. It's like I said. It seems like it's because now they're doing their own trilogy. It's like a whole nother set of stuff.
Right, it's a whole another franchise it could be. Might as well be.
Yeah, well, they have 28 years later, and now you have 28 years later, Bone Temple.
Right. And that's not even done by Dany Boyle.
Yeah, I don't.
Which
They kind of just
that's
killing it
weird
all.
that they that's so weird that they come out with a sequel that almost has like nothing to do with it almost feels like a spin-off from the first one. Did you see the second one? The
Yeah,
newest
yeah.
one? Is it like kind of a
Temple.
continuation of this one or is it
I'm
like a
not watching.
spin-off?
I'm not even watching Bone Temple.
No.
Nah, I'm good. Maybe if, to fall asleep, I'll throw it on or something, but I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, because I feel like I've heard that the one of the main character doesn't pop back up and it just follows like this guy, the doctor's character.
That's ridiculous. That's stupid. Who cares? That's how I
Um,
felt at times. I'm like, what is this? Who cares? What are we doing?
who cares?
The kid was really good.
Yeah. What about nothing that take away that liked about it? Like the movie sucked. No good redeeming qualities.
It's good. I mean, it's a good movie if you want to watch it. Just something to watch. But if you're expecting to go along the 28 days and 28 weeks, which 28 weeks wasn't as good as 28 days,
No.
um, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
You're just gonna start watching this as your own little thing. Like, see, like these little black and white throwback, like they don't is medieval. It doesn't link to anything.
Just like visions.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that?
Almost like, hey, we know we're
That's in
gonna
the
set up more
movie.
movies, so we're gonna throw in some stuff now.
Like that's in the movie. This night guy right here. Like what's this about? What's the Nazis
Yeah, dude.
about?
Yeah, dude. They're like flashes. I don't know.
Should we take a look at the box office here?
Sure. Did you have the trailer on?
It came on before, yeah.
Ah, yeah, throw the
Um,
box off. I don't. Yeah, you can throw a box office up.
yes, third box office up there. Did you see this in the theater or at home?
I saw us at home.
Yeah, because it came out pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, I'm not going to see. I'm not paying to see this.
All right, so here we go. Wow, not even that many weeks. 7,
Then it went right to streaming. I think.
and even that. I mean, how many
Does this
theater?
include? Wait, is this theater? Is this like if it was rented on streaming also?
I feel like it by this. I feel like by one of these points, it was already in. I feel like in August, I already saw it, so that you could like stream it. You have to look, but let's see here. What was the budget?
Budget was probably like 20, 30 million. Watch.
How come I can't see it?
It's not there.
That's weird. Wasn't in this one?
Nope.
Oh fuck.
Got a wiki, dog.
Got a wiki it.
Wiki.
All right. So what do you want from here?
Budget.
Budget. That's right. No
Put yourself
way.
together.
Wow. That's hard to believe. this day and age.
I said what, 30? I said what, 40?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be close to like 80, 90. Huh?
They didn't do nothing, bro. They didn't do nothing.
They didn't do nothing. I didn't see it, so yeah. Done.
No, I'll give it a
But yeah, that's Danny
I'll give it a
Boyle.
5 because to me Total Recall was a 4.
Total Recall was a 4 for you.
Yeah, so I'll say this was a 5.
Okay,
And it is my kill. I will kill it.
it's fair. It's fair. 20 years later, Danny Boyle's kill for Bones. All right, guys. So if you want to see more of this, drop a comment in the comment section. Hit the like button. Smash that subscribe button. And come back for more. We'll see you guys later.
Nice. Let us know if you guys have any other stuff you want us to do. Any other fuck Mary kills, any topic, genres, directors, actors.
That's right. Yep. If you want to see us do a tier list, we can do a tier list. But we're going to do a couple more of these fuck Mary kills. Like Mr. Bones said, just drop it in the comment. Your idea. Tell us what your fuck Mary kill picks are for these particular directors if you want. Or just tell us that we suck. Whatever you want to do, just let us know. And we'll see you guys again. Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.
Deuces.
That's the show. I don't remember that movie at all.